Well, hey gang, how you doing? This is Jonathan again from Tailhunter International down here in La Paz, Baja, Mexico. But I'll tell you what, we're not in La Paz at the moment. I'm sitting on the rooftop of our little hotel in beautiful Cabo San Lucas, where Jill and I have been working with the 18th annual Western Outdoor News Tuna Jackpot Tournament. We had a spectacular time. What a great tournament we had, and I'll tell you more about that in just a minute. But first, let's talk about La Paz fishing, because listen, we've sort of come to the end of our season. The weather's beautiful, the water's beautiful, but you know, we're getting closer to the holidays and we see fewer and fewer fishermen as we get closer to the holidays. But we still, as I said, had some great conditions and we had some pretty good fishing, even though we didn't have many anglers. Surprisingly, this late in the season, we are still seeing some great blue water fish. There's a lot of Dorado still for our La Paz fishermen. The unfortunate thing is they're really small, 5 to 10 pounders, and everybody catches a few of those and then decide they want to fish with our Las Arenas fleet instead, where they've got a shot at some bigger fish. And indeed, bigger fish for our Las Arenas fleet. Again, bait has been a situation, but we're using some of this fresh squid that we're cutting at night, and we're seeing still some tuna. The wahoo are still out there. The Dorado tend to be a little bigger. Instead of those 5 to 10 pounders, we are seeing some 15, some 20 pounders. And surprisingly, we had some good billfish biting this week. We had a couple of big blue marlin on. We also had some sailfish, and we also had some stripers caught as well. But we're also seeing, as I said, conditions are changing, so we're seeing more of the cooler water fish. We're seeing some yellowtail are being caught, that's right. Well, we hooked a couple, they didn't get really to the boat. We are seeing more Sierra, we're seeing a lot more bonita, we're seeing some rainbow runners and Sierra, fish like that are generally associated with cooler water. As we get closer to the holidays, we're probably going to see fewer and fewer fishermen, so even though the fishing's probably still going to hold up for a while, we're just not seeing that many folks out there, and definitely conditions are changing. It's getting a little windier, a little cooler. Weather looks like it's going to be great this week. We're looking at temperatures that are going to be in the high 80s to low 90s, very comfortable. In the evenings, us locals are already wearing sweaters and jackets and long pants and things like that. It's dropping into the low 60s, or I'm sorry, high 60s and low 70s. So conditions look good. Fishing's still great out there. We're just not seeing many fishermen right now as we come to the end of our season. Right now, tell you what, let's talk about this tuna jackpot tournament. It was spectacular. 18 years here. We had 169 teams from all over the world. We had teams as far away as Luxembourg out in Europe. We had teams from Japan and Russia. There were over 630 anglers, I believe. We had the largest payout of almost $800,000 in jackpot money, and right to the end it was dramatic. Our biggest fish of the tournament was a fish that was caught by a team called Tu Corazon from Los Barriles. It was 298 pounds, but although it was the biggest fish of the tournament, it was not the biggest money winner. Now, the way a jackpot tournament goes is that there's all these different categories depending upon which categories you pay into. There's a $500, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 category, and depending upon which fish is the largest in those categories determines how much money you can win. So you can still win money by being the first, second, or third place biggest fish of each of the 2 days, but by also participating in all of these other side pots, you can also win lots of money. So actually the number 2 fish caught at the very last moment on day 2 by the team called Real Quest, which was 274 pounds, walked away with something like close to $400,000. There were also 2 big wahoo caught as well. One was a 53 and one was a 52 pounder. Each of those was worth $60,000. And on top of it, with all of these people here, we had close to 1,200 people here, so we had a couple of big parties to throw. But along with all of that, they donated close to $40,000 to charity to help some of the kids with their dental work here in Cabo San Lucas. So a great week, a spectacular time. Check out the photos, check out the attached video. It'll show you more about what was going on. Right now, coming to you again from Cabo San Lucas, this is Jonathan for Tailhunter International. Hope wherever you are, you're having a great day and you have a great week.
No, papá, desayunando era cada quien como tú.
you.